What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a little bit of work to do today. So, you saw my last video. I explained why this intercooler is no good. I'll re-explain it. So this intercooler is 3 inches. It's the same size that it is on my JZ. I maxed that out at 600 wheel. This build I am trying to hit 700. So 3 inches is no good for this setup. So I went ahead and ordered a new one. And this sucker is, I think, the same size, length, and height. It's just the thickness. This is a 4-inch intercooler. And it is massive. It looks good. So my only concern right now is the intercooler piping that I did on this side. I think I may have to redo it. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna unbolt it and see how it fits. All right, so I put them side to side, and yeah, I'm kind of screwed. I have to redo it. So not a big deal. I mean, I'm going for the performance here, right? So I guess it's gonna be worth it. But yeah, 3-inch, and this is a 4-inch. I think it's massive. I'm gonna try and see if the bolt still bolts up here in the center. I'm hoping it does. I don't know. Let's find out. Just as I thought. God dang it. So yeah, we're way off. And I just got these things welded too. So I'm gonna have to cut off and reposition them. And of course, yeah, I have to cut them off and obviously, you know, fix them up to the right spot. And intercooler piping is gonna have to get done, I think. Or redone rather. Shit. All right, time to cut up. Ooh, tomatoes, tomatoes. All right, so I got the tabs where I want them. Well, I got them on the intercooler. I still have, see if I can get it to focus. There you go. I have to get some help. I'm gonna call my son and give me a quick hand and just hold it up so I can give it a couple tacks and give it a full pass. So let's do it. All right, so first a little problem, not a big deal. These tabs right here, okay, good. These tabs right here, I have to cut off some of this meat so it grabs on more. It grabs a little bit closer to the front end because this camera's having a hard time focusing. Come on. Okay, yeah, so if I put the intercooler the way the tabs originally want to sit, it's gonna sit too far forward. It's not gonna give me enough room for the radiator. So by cutting those tabs, I'm able to move this intercooler back some and give us enough clearance for the radiator. So let me chop them up and go from there. All right, the tab is modified. Come on, man. There you go. So yeah, I had to cut off a nice little chunk, and then now we're able to move this intercooler back. And my only concern right now is welding it on the bar without interfering with the bolt here. So, you know, obviously I want to be able to tighten that up with my low impact. So yeah, I'm gonna mock it up and give them a couple tacks, and yeah, let's do it. All right, got it nice and tacked in, or welded in rather. All right, got it nice and welded. Now I'm gonna bolt up the intercooler and see how it looks. Bam, that thing looks sick. Thing's massive, oh shit. Okay, so now I got the hot side of the intercooler and we're gonna see if it fits. And I really hope that it does. Yeah, so the top, yeah, just look at it. Yeah, that's a no good. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I just have to extend both sides, cut that off, cut this off, and extend it out. I'm gonna see if I have enough pipe to do that. So, I have all my scraps down there. I'm gonna check it out and see. All right, this is all I have left. Oh shit, there's not even, look at this thing. That thing's whack. So I think, I don't know, I can probably make it work. I'm gonna chop it up, cut it into a small section because this is literally all I need to make this work. No more than 3 inches, so. Yeah, I think I'll make it work. Let's see. Be right back. All right, so these are the pieces that I had left over. I managed to make it work, and I cut off the other end. Now, if you look at the length now, we're barely gonna be there. So I'm gonna take it up and then see how it fits. Worst case scenario, I just have to redo, or not redo, but buy new piping and just, you know, do it right. So I'm gonna take off this blow-off valve so I don't burn off the O-ring and get to TIG welding, boys. All right, so I got it all welded, did it off camera. I'm gonna give it one coat of wrinkled black and try it out. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. I have some parts coming in tomorrow, so And that's all oil cooler stuff. So we'll focus on that tomorrow, boys. See you tomorrow. There it is, boys. Came out nice and clean, at least to my standards. Which may not be very high, but it's gonna work. All right, so yeah, we extended the pipe some, and you know, I did put this stupid, I put the front, what do you call it? Not bumper support, whatever, the shit in the front. Let me take this off real quick because it's gonna be a pain for me to put this intercooler pipe on. Okay, there we go. And this little thing goes in like this. And at the top. And boom, boys, there it is. Nice and snug, perfect fit. So now I'm gonna wait for my my oil cooler. It should be here any minute. Honestly, the only reason I put that thing back on was to see how much room I'm gonna have for that oil cooler, and my only options right now is to put the oil cooler here on the left side. I was doing a little bit of research on whether or not that oil cooler being in front of the intercooler is gonna raise my air temps, and I was trying to figure out if I can. And I think I'm gonna run it. I am gonna run it on the left side where the hot air comes in. That way it gives the intercooler, you know, on the right side enough time to cool down the air temps. Might not be the best idea, but I'm gonna run with it because as of right now I don't have any other choices. I could run on the left on this section here, but that's I don't know. That's not gonna look clean. I don't want to do that. So yes, I'm gonna run it to the left. If it does become an issue where it's raising my air temps, I'm gonna have to figure out some way to place it. I could do it like how the old JDM dudes do it. They'll put it right in front of the grill, and you know, externally I could put it on the outside. It's gonna look weird, but worst case scenario, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So for now, just gonna wait for the packages to arrive, and once they come through, we'll open them together and mock up, see how we can get this going. All right, guys, parts came in, and this is the oil cooler that I got. I think it's a 16 or 19 roll. I'm not sure. I mean, I could count it, right? I don't wanna. These are all the fittings that came with it. This is a tan hose that we got. And now for my little dilemma. So I could run it, say here, just like that. But we're gonna be blocking, what, 20% of the intercooler? And that's no good. I was thinking of coming up with some sort of way to make brackets and run it just like that, run it vertical. I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna try and figure out off camera how I'm gonna mount this up, and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, so I just mocked it up with the front support on. I'm gonna have to run it just like that. Not too bad. I'm not too fond of how I'm gonna do it, and honestly, I don't think I have any other choice besides running it on the outside bumper, which is gonna look stupid, so. All right, I'm gonna get some tabs. I got some small tabs over here that I'm gonna be using. These little things. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna make these work and do a few tacks. If it all fits, then give it a full bead. Go from there, boys. Let's do it. All right, so I got the tabs on, and I did mark it prior, so it's gonna go something like that. Just gotta tack it in, and yeah. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, honestly. So let me tack it up, and then we'll see how it looks from there. This is how it's gonna sit. My next issue is this. The right 90 hits on this section here, and I marked it, so I'm gonna have to chop this off, clean it up. It's gonna look nice. It's not gonna be too wild. So that's my only dilemma so far. But other than that, I think this is pretty much it. Got the 90s. I have a kit over there I have to put together. I'm gonna run it from here, coming down through the intercooler into these 245 degree fittings. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Let me get these lines fitted up, and we'll go from there. All right, this is the dash 10 line that I'm using. I'm using 190 and 145. So first things first, we gotta undo all this junk. Gonna start with the 90 first, and then we're gonna measure the length from the right side of the oil cooler down to the sandwich plate. All right, so I got the first line, or the first fitting done. Not too bad. Now I have to grab this 45 degree fitting, and we're gonna use the lower port. So from there, we're gonna measure length from the right fitting to the bottom fitting. So we have to take into consideration the radiator, which I don't have yet. I'm gonna give myself at least 2 to 3 inches of length just to compensate for that. So I'm gonna run this under the tube. That length about here looks good. Gives me enough room to play with it. So I'm gonna hold on to this piece, use a little piece of tape to mark it and chop it up. That little blue tip, not only does it help us mark the location, but it also helps with the fraying. So under this sheath there is, what is it, braided steel, and if you just chop it up without any tape or anything holding it down, it's gonna, so this right here will help us out a lot. Let me cut it up and then I'll show you guys how I'll set this line up. Pretty simple. See that? No fraying, nothing crazy. Makes it a lot easier this way. What I like to do next is just grab the fitting, a little air blower, blow all that nasty stuff that's in there. Once you get it all the way in there, you'll see, I can't focus with the stupid camera, but anyways, it's gonna seat on the end of this fitting. And I like to add a little bit of oil and then slide it right in for a smooth installation, boys. Gonna turn this little thing till it's nice and snug. There we go. And I know they sell vices with the little fittings for the AN and crescent wrenches so you don't damage the fittings, but who cares, man? Let's get to work, boys. Let me install this real quick and then show y'all. All right, that's line 1, and it looks good. I'm gonna do the other side and call it a night, I think. There it is, boys. It looks good. Ah, damn. There you go. Lines are nice and neat. Right onto that sandwich plate. So yeah, that's like I said, I'm gonna run it just like this and hope for the best. So I had to run it up top. Running it at the bottom, I was gonna have clearance issues with the lines and that shit right here. Unless my tuner says otherwise, I am going to leave it just like that. Not too bad. I don't think it's gonna be a real big deal. Since most of the air, I'm thinking, I don't know, this is just my speculation that most of the air is gonna run through the bottom since that's where the end tanks are wider, right? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong, but that's how I'm justifying this setup right here. So other than that, I have nothing else. I cannot run this side of the intercooler yet because there's no turbo, obviously. That turbo should be coming in sometime this week, and when it does, I'm gonna make a video on how to, how I'm gonna install it, plumb it, water cooled, everything, because it's a dual ball bearing. So that's gonna be a sick video. I'm pretty stoked for that one. And that's it for the video, guys. I appreciate you stopping by, taking the time out of your day to check out these videos. There's a ton of work. I'm hoping to make this channel pop off this year. Help your boy out. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Please do me the favor. And with that being said, hope you guys have a beautiful evening, man. Later.